This is the outside of the Swift Lifestyle 624. As I move along, I will firstly come to the flue for the Truma boiler. As you can see, it has a cover. This cover needs to be removed if you are heating your hot water on gas. If you are heating your hot water on mains supply, this can stay on. Next we have the gas locker. There is room in here for 2 gas bottles. The regulator itself just sits at the back, and then the hose comes off the regulator and screws into the propane bottle and is tightened with a gas spanner. Bottle on and off on the top here. Do make sure that the bottle is isolated for travel. Grey water drain just here, so anything that goes down the plug holes goes into the holding tank and then drains off at this point. Next we have the location of the cassette toilet. To remove the cassette, just lift up on the lever just here and then pull towards you. Before use, remove the cap and add your toilet chemical with a small amount of water. This is also where it empties from. Just remember that when you are pouring it away, to hold the button in just here to release the vacuum inside. It's also advisable to keep this seal lubricated. Thetford do their own seal lubricant, but any silicone-based lubricant is fine. And by turning this part here, allows access inside the cassette for additional cleaning. If you do need to gain full access inside, this whole section here can be removed. At the moment the triangle is pointing to the locked point. By twisting this whole section round to here, this can all come out. All of these cassettes now are on wheels with extendable handles. At the rear of the motorhome, we have the reverse camera just here, and then we have the Fiamma bike rack. To use this, just drop the rails, pop the bikes onto the rails, and then secure the straps through the wheels, and then secure each arm around the framework of the bikes. We then have the tow bar just here. And then as we come round, we have a fresh water tank filled just here. As you can see, the cap can be locked. Just pop your hose pipe in to fill up the fresh water tank. Battery locker just here. So here we can see the leisure battery itself. And then we have the mains hookup point just here. Above we have the Fiamma wind out canopy. To wind the canopy out, take the winding handle and then just hook it into place, and then begin winding the canopy out. As you can now see, I've wound the canopy out a short distance. I always prefer to do this and then drop the legs to give it some support. That way you're not putting too much stress on the side of the motorhome or on the canopy itself. The legs are just clipped in, so just release, and then you will see that it slides out just here and then drops down. Then just undo, drop the leg to the ground, and then get the canopy at the height you require, and then lock the leg into place. Then if I do exactly the same again, and now the canopy is supported, I can now continue to wind it out, walking the legs out as I go. As you can now see, the canopy rolls out a good distance, never used in high winds as it does run the risk of being flipped over the top of the motorhome. When it comes to putting the canopy away, just begin to wind it back, walking the legs in a little bit as you go. Once you get it back into the position where we drop the legs, fold the legs back up and continue to wind away. Diesel fill is just here, and the cap unlocks on the ignition key. Tyre pressure is just here on the door pillar. Then we have the fix and go kit just here. So this is a compressor and some foam if you get a puncture, as this particular model does not come with a spare wheel. The toolkit is just located underneath the passenger seat, and the vehicle battery is actually underneath the floor of the cab, and the bonnet release is just here.